There's three things within my agency that almost haunt me to this day in terms of things that I wish I knew when I started my agency. I truly believe if I knew these things and I was aware of these three things when I first started my agency, I would be much further ahead than I am currently. And so I thought I'd record a video and show you guys and tell you guys about the three things that I personally believe can massively help you guys out, with starting your agency, or even if you've got a few clients. These three things will massively help you out. Now, just before we get into the video, guys, as always, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, because as most of you know, I am posting a video every other day on the channel, and also smash that like button because it really does help with the YouTube algorithm. So look, I'm not gonna hold you guys, I'm not gonna wait till the 10-minute mark to tell you the three things. Let's just get straight into it right now. First thing that I truly wish I knew when I was starting my agency is that the grass is never greener on the other side. Actually, take that back, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Okay, now what I mean by that is when I first started my agency, I always thought that what I had currently wasn't the best. So if I was using, this type of outreach method, I was always looking around and thinking, oh, that'll work. So then I'd jump to that one, and then I'd start using that one, and then that one wasn't really working. So then I'd jump to that one, and then that one, and I never got anywhere because I never, I had 100% of my energy, for example, I had 100% of energy and I was putting 10% of my energy into 10 different things because I was jumping all the time to a different method or different strategy or whatever it was, just because purely based on the fact that I thought the grass was greener on the other side. And I can't say it never is, because sometimes maybe this outreach method over here actually is better, but it's not always greener on the other side. And as soon as you're aware, if you've got that sort of mentality, if you're aware of it, you'll start to realize that you're actually not getting anywhere because you just keep jumping from thing to thing, whatever it is, even in life as well. This goes beyond an agency and a business. Like in life, maybe, you're currently based, for me, I'm currently based in Australia. So I might think, oh, I'm not happy here, so I'm gonna move to London. It's actually something I might be looking into next year, moving to London. Mid next year, I'm actually going back. But you know what I mean? You can see where I'm going. Like, you might think, if I'm not happy here, then I'm gonna go over there, and then I'm not. And then, when you go there, you're not happy there either. So then it's just, what you've got right now probably is what's gonna make you 10,000 a month, 8,000 a month, whatever it is. That said, obviously, as I say, I can't say it's never greener on the other side, because as I say, sometimes, on my channel, I've got a few really solid outreach strategies, and maybe, I don't know, but they might be better than what you're currently using. So it might be worth checking them out. That said, it's not always greener. So that's the first thing that I wish I knew when I was starting my agency, is that the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Now, my second thing that I wish I knew when I was starting my agency is that your goals are not as big as you think. And I know for those of you that watch majority of my videos, you would have heard me talk about this in a few prior ones. But it's something I really stand behind. Getting to 6 figures, which is majority of people's goals, when they're starting out their agencies, majority of their goals is to hit 6 figures, and I totally understand why. But it's not as big as you think. I promise you, it's not as big as you think. Like, having that mindset of them being that big is the thing that I not regret, because I don't like to have regrets, but the thing that I wish I knew when I started out is, not having that mindset that your goals are so big, because all that mindset does is it derails you from reaching those goals, and it almost prevents you from getting there because of that mindset. Instead, you need to adopt the mindset of you can hit them. You need to adopt the mindset of, like, it takes me 4 clients at paying me 2,000 a month to hit 6 figures a year. That's all it takes. And when you got that mindset and you go into the sales meetings with that mindset, and you're doing your lead generation, and having that abundant mindset and having that mindset of, like, I'll reach my goals, it's just a matter of time. having that mindset will truly help you reach your goals. And it's something that I've just started to adopt. And my goals are getting blown out of the water consistently because I've got that mindset. When I go into a meeting, I've got the abundant mindset. I'm like, if I don't get them, if I don't get this client at 4,000, it's not a big deal because, you know, I've got another meeting tomorrow, which is at 5,000. You know, having that mindset, I promise you, it's gonna make you feel abundant. You know, when you feel abundant, you automatically get more things. When you have a scarce mindset, whatever you need doesn't come to you. That said, as I say, if you've got an abundant mindset, it does come to you. That law of attraction, snowball effect, if you like, those are real things. So that's the second thing, more of a mindset one that, you know, the second thing I wish I knew was more of a mindset, but you know, just your goals aren't as big as you think they are, and no matter what age you are, no matter what experience you have, you can hit them as long as you keep consistent and you adopt that abundant mindset. Now, the third and final thing that I wish I knew when I was starting out is a bit more granular. It's a bit more practical, if you like, for an agency. And that is, you know, operations and systems and processes and all those things are more important than you actually think, okay? So what I mean by that is, you know, when I was first starting out, I got my first few clients and it was all good, you know, and I was getting a little bit of money coming in, maybe 3,000-4,000 at whatever point, you know, when I was starting out, and it was really good. But I figured that in order for me to go to the next level, in order for me to go where I was to where I am now, at currently, you know, the time of the recording this, as most of you guys know, pulling in around 20,000 per month from my agency alone. So in order to go from where I was to where I am now, you know, I always just thought, for a long time, I just thought, oh, I just need to get more clients. And it makes sense because when I get more clients, I get more money coming in and whatnot, but that's the wrong thing to think about when you're trying to scale. You know, once you've got maybe 2, 3, 4 clients, you need to start looking at your operations and the systems and the processes that are in your agency. And, you know, you need to look at how you can make them more efficient, how you can build something and then you can just let that run on its own. You don't need to consistently, you know, cater to it. You don't need to consistently do something. You can build it once and then that's it. You just let it go. Building something like that is going to be the sole thing that's going to allow you to scale. You know, another good thing to remember is that when you're actually physically building it, it's going to look like you're almost going back in your agency instead of progressing forward. You know, when you're building it, you're putting all the time and effort into building those things. It's gonna almost feel like you're going a little bit back in, you know, in terms of your agency. But just know that you're taking one step back to take 10, 20, 30 steps forward, because those things are really what is gonna allow you to scale within your agency eventually. So, you know, as I said, that's the third kind of thing that I wish I knew when I was starting out, is to focus on those types of things earlier than I did. Because when I got to 2, 3, 4 clients, I didn't think anything about those. I just thought I need to get more clients. So I just went harder on my outreach. But really I shouldn't have. I should have looked at my systems, processes, operations within the agency. So then, you know, as I said, I can then take one step back that would have allowed me to take 20, 30, 40 steps forward much quicker than what it did. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I would have loved to have a video like this when I first started my agency. Took me a long time to, you know, realize these few things. And I was far in my journey once I did. So I thought I'll record this video so that those of you just starting, or if you've got 1 to 5 clients, whatever it is, you know now the 3 things that I wish I knew when I first started my agency. And I truly do believe that you're actually really going to benefit from it. So I hope you enjoyed, guys. As always, if you did, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel as well. Really does help out with the YouTube algorithm and whatnot. And apart from that, I will see you in the next video.